A Matrix Workshop upgrade kit, the M40. Let's take a look. Welcome back to my channel. In today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at Transformers Matrix Workshop upgrade kit number 40. And if you're new around here, remember to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get notified when I upload new content. So, let's get started. As you can see, I have everything all laid out. They're still in the bags, but it comes with, it's a sword, bullets, two different types of machine guns with like engine, different type of parts on it and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. We got these spiky looking wheels. We got, looks like grenades in there. We got, looks like larger size like bullets. And there's some kind of attachment in there. And then we got the big gun, which is pretty cool. And finally, the final piece of this, a zip tie. And here I'm going to use the Netflix Sideswipe. I do not own the G2 Sideswipe as this set is intended for. But my take on this is going to be is that Sideswipe never left on the Ark in the Siege chapter and is left behind to defend Cybertron. So that's what I'm going to look at this as, and I think that's pretty cool. So there is the sword, and it has like a little bit of, like this sword has some wear and tear on there, and it's nice, it has like the ridges and, you know, it catches and everything. It's pretty cool. Very, very cool. Nice molded detail there. They did nice work on that sword there. Pretty sure it is, but I want to verify that. And another thing you can do with this, that's tight. There we go. You can make this a shoulder mount by just taking off. Ooh, they get, just so you know, they're in there pretty tight. Put it up here, and here's this new shoulder mount. Oh, that's pretty cool too. So instead of, I'm just going to bring them in real fast, the G1 inspired, which is also from Matrix Workshop, we have the big gun, the BFG, I'm just going to call it. But overall, I think this is more intended to be a rifle, which is totally fine by me. And I like these spike things up on his shoulders like that. I think that's pretty cool. And one other thing I'd just like to mention, I had a little delay from yesterday. I promised this video would be up earlier yesterday, and I got delayed, as I said, with, ooh, that looks nice. I went kingdom hunting, and if you follow me on Instagram, then you know what I found, and I found some pretty cool things. I didn't find, the only thing I will say I didn't find that I was looking for, I was pumped about finding, was the Kingdom Megatron. But I didn't find them. I found plenty of other figures, and plus something I wasn't expecting near then, about 3/4 of the way into my hunt. But I'll be doing a video on that at a different time. But these things are pretty cool. Oh, and these are shoulder mounted too. Okay, we'll take a look at that as well. Let's get this thing in here, and we will take a look at the nice molded, nice silver molded detail there. That is sick looking. Man, Matrix Workshop did a really good job on these things. That's cool. So if you're looking for like Uzi, the Uzi 9mm kind of thing, that's what it reminds me, like a Cybertronian Uzi 9mm. That's that. This one, a variation. I'm just gonna say that. So more things to take a look at. It looks like we got this leg. This thing goes on his leg and attaches, I guess, I'm gonna say the bullets that come in this bag, but I'm gonna have to cut those, I think, to get them off of that thing. Looks like it. I'll have to take a look at that, and I'll be right back. Okay, after getting a tool and cutting these pieces off, they just pop right in here. As you can see, mine still have those little pieces on the end there, but I think it's going to be just fine. But if you feel you need to cut these off, that little bit off, it's really hard to see, then go for it. But basically, you put the bullets up like this, then the pins are up, and then what happens is there's this little tab right here, and this is going to go on his, I guess you could put it on either leg you want, but I'm going to go by what the instructions showed, and I think it just looks cool that way, to put this right here in that slot. And that's not really staying. Hang on. Let's try again. I gotta give a good push or something. Yeah, I think that works. It's a little loose, but it will stay on there. Alright, I got that all filed down. I did scratch the paint a little bit on here, but at least nothing is sharp now, so it will rub. I wipe this down as best as I could, but just be careful when you go in to file those pieces on those ends. There might be a better tool I should have used, but you know, you live and you learn. So let's get this on him. And here I have Sideswipe with his weapon belt across his chest, and it works. The zip tie is going to stick out like this, but this is more, what I've noticed, this is more for a display piece. This isn't something to buy and play with whatsoever. But this will affect the transformation. This thing will as well. These will. But there is this piece I want to talk about real fast. It's really small. But this is the adapter. So when you're in vehicle mode, you can carry all your weapons. The only thing it won't carry is this and the belt. But I'll show that off next. Alright, for this part, I'm going to have regular Siege Sideswipe step in for this. And I'll explain why. This zip tie, when I was putting it on, it's on there. What you didn't see is how much frustrating it can be to get this thing on and going around and getting it on the correct way. So I'm not going to be taking this off, but I'll be taking off the rest of the pieces and how you combine the storage for the vehicle, and we'll use this as our example. But overall, the sword just goes into this hole right here with this little tab here. Locks in. It's actually pretty cool. Next up is this one, and this one's going to go in like this, I believe. Yep, because we need this hole free. Next up, we're going to grab this guy, and you got to flip this piece right here. It's going to go into that hole right there. And I like how they did this because they didn't have to do this. So then you take this piece, leave that like it is, slide it on right here. Just be careful, this is on a hinge right here. But this is all just taking my time with it because it's a bunch of pieces together, but they hold together pretty well. But this is on that hinge piece, so. Alright, let me do it this way. We'll do it this way. Put this on first. There we go. Then you're going to get this, and we already have everything else set up. And you just slide that right in. And yeah, it's going to look a little bulky. And then one more thing, even the spiked wheels, they go on here as well. I really do like these things. These things look really cool. One other thing I wanted to point out, these are very, very sharp. So when you go in to push on these from here, don't put your fingers on this point. they will poke you pretty sharp. Alright, so now you got to find on the inside here where they line up with this piece right here. Turn that around. Do it this way. No, not that way. This way. Oops. Doesn't matter which one you use, just gotta line up the holes here. I'm sorry, this way. They go down on it. So it's gonna be that hole, I believe. Yep. I always keep thinking they gotta go the other way, but they don't. So that's why you can combine them using the tabs here. And we're gonna line it up. It would have been a lot easier for me to do if I didn't have this already all together. Ow, that does hurt. Yeah, so don't press on these spikes. They are sharp. So there is weapon storage mode in vehicle mode. Really over the top. Last thing is this set, Blast Effect compatible. This one don't work. Hang on. Alright. Let's try these two. Okay, so the blast effect from Jetfire works. It just sits right in there because it's wide enough. Now, here's one from Omega Supreme. I don't think that's going to work. Nope. Let's try the back of the gun because for some reason it has an attachment hole there. There we go. I'm not even going to risk that. That's way too small, and that's hard to see. That's really hard to see in there, but that hole that's in there, that I would end up ruining this, so don't do that. So, if you have Jetfire's blast effect, then yes. My final thoughts on Transformers Matrix Workshop number 40, which is for a G2 sideswipe. Since I don't have them, this is what I did. I am happy I have this set. You don't need a G2 sideswipe for this set. You just need a sideswipe. Now what I'm going to do is throw that on there on his shoulder. That's his original weapon. And then I'm going to put this on his forearm. So it's like a little mini like rocket launcher. So that's going to be that. But overall, the figure is fantastic with this set. I wouldn't change anything about it. The only gripe I have would be the zip tie. It sticks out like this. You could cut it, but let me tell you, that would be a pain so bad to get that around the right way, because this thing up here, this piece, is not holding this on. This is actually kind of getting in the way with this, just ever so slightly though. So this piece this one doesn't go all the way down like it's supposed to. I messed with this for quite a bit off camera in between what we were talking about with this, and this is the best I can do. I can press down on it, it'll keep it there, but overall, yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. But this is what I've been able to come up with, and I'm actually happy. I'm probably going to just take this off. I'm starting to not like that. But this, I'm going to leave on. I think that's pretty cool to leave that there. So, do I recommend picking this set up? If you're into weapon upgrades, and I like how this is and the bullets with the belt overall and the sword, sure. But I really like this big gun, and you can change it up and put it on a shoulder mount. So there's a lot of different variations you can do with these things, including these two, and one of these can be a shoulder mount. This one can. And then this one's just a hand weapon. So that's it for this review. I'm going to have to just give this set, I'm going to say an 8 out of 10. I mean, it's hand painted, I like the spike wheels. This is loose. Oh, you can't see that. This is pretty loose, and the zip tie thing kind of blocks a hole right there that you need for like storage, or you could have put one of these like weapons in storage here, like turn it that way or something. There could have been just some slight modifications they could have done with this. Maybe made this belt somehow a little bit differently, not using a zip tie, and then worked on this piece. See how easy it is to come off. I tried bending it and everything. I did shave off in here again. I thought maybe that was blocking it or causing some trouble there, and that's not the case. So, and I did try putting it on the other leg. It's the same scenario. But it does look pretty cool to have grenades on his leg along with a little ammo belt. So that's it for the review. Thank you for watching, and I'll be bringing more Transformer content very soon.